It is Season 4 of the Raiders franchise rebuild, everybody. Welcome back. I am very excited to get into our new season. After we added some serious talent in the offseason, I took us in a slightly new direction, moving on from veterans like Davante Adams and Tyree Wilson, but the rookie class looks to be very promising. First, I know he's our second round pick, but I'm excited about having a new receiver to develop. Somebody on a rookie deal with a very high ceiling. Here is second round pick Tyrese Chambers, who's wearing number 11. Let's fix those ridiculous shoulder pads. And I think he has everything he needs to become a dominant receiver. He has solid speed and athleticism. It's above average. He has good hands. He can run good routes. And he's going to be a threat with the ball in his hands. I'm excited to see if he can be someone that gets us extra yards maybe we're not used to getting. He was the player I was really excited to target in the draft. But our first round pick was actually spent on a safety. And he's the type of player I've been looking for. With his versatility, I think you can play him at safety and corner. Of course, I had to give him Charles Woodson's 24. I think Ramsey can do a lot of the same stuff Charles Woodson did. He was an awesome defensive back for a long time. Unfortunately, spent a number of successful years in Green Bay, and as a Viking fan, that was conflicting. Because growing up, I had, different jerseys and shirts for different players. Not like a ton of them, but one of them, I had a Charles Woodson shirt back in the day, and I'm not sure I ever wore it after he went to Green Bay. But Alex Ramsey is here to take over a big role in this defense. I think he'll be, obviously, a starting safety. Not sure it'll be right away, but I do think he can play in the slot and immediately be a difference maker there. What I'll probably do is have him start at safety and then go down to the slot corner so he gets as many snaps as possible. We do have a new starting safety this year in Jair Brown, as I was just a little worried that Marcus Epps' regression would start to be a bit of an issue. So we get a new safety who is a few years younger, like 3 or 4, and Jair Brown has a versatile enough skill set to start and play whatever role we need him to. We also have a new tight end. I think he'll be our starter. This depth chart is kind of set up right now for preseason playing time, but Drew Keller is our answer to replace another Notre Dame tight end. He's a good pass catcher, solid speed at 83. You're not going to blaze by too many guys, especially with the modern defensive speed you see these days. But with his route running being better than Darnell Washington, I think he'll be the better receiving tight end. I know I think a lot about having Josh Oliver in my Saints franchise. I've spent a lot of time this year on tight ends that can block. But with the lower route running, I've seen a lot more difficulties creating separation. And we all know that Denzel Stockton loves to throw to his tight ends. So you got to get someone who can separate there. 5 better short route running already for Drew Keller. And the other thing that was pointed out to me that I think is really exciting to think about is, can Denzel Stockton clean some things up now that he has superstar development? And with that comes abilities. And I've edited these to have the quick draw, where he can have the faster animation throwing under pressure. The red zone dead eye. We do not want red zone turnovers based on accuracy, and this will improve his accuracy when he's not pressured in the red zone. And then the inside dead eye, where you can get into some trouble on some of these throws over the middle, especially if you sail a throw or you're not accurate. You want to have good accuracy in the middle of the field, and I have the inside dead eye. This is a big year for Stockton. This is ultimately one of those years that's going to determine if we sign him long-term or if we do end up moving on. Maybe he has a chance now to take a leap that I didn't initially expect. Yes, his stats are good, but we're looking for postseason success and more consistency. The level that you have to reach to compete in the AFC is absurdly high. And one thing we're going to learn this year is how he functions without Davante Adams. We have a downfield passing game where I think that you need players with more ability. More speed, more route running. Those are more difficult plays to make. Now without Davante Adams, do we have the same ability to stretch the field? I did bring in Amari Cooper before the Chambers pick, and I do want to be careful with his role, but at the same time, like, I'm trying to balance. I want playing time for our young guys, and I also want to try and win this year. Part of why we went and got Amari Cooper. And then our fourth hidden dev player of the offseason, we have a linebacker I'd like to get on the field a lot immediately, Michael Farrell out of Texas. And he has upside with his coverage. He has good speed, hit power, and tackling. I think the only thing he'll struggle with is getting off blocks. But that's most linebackers these days. And I've been talking a lot lately about making adjustments to my series and how I want to kind of approach things going forward. I was starting to watch a bit of a Browns franchise episode before getting the recording going today. Here's a little clip, by the way, a little blast from the past. This is what we were doing 6 years ago in these rebuilds. I was a real creative guy in those days. I've kind of wanted to get back to the roots and the idea of really focusing on these series as team-building series. I don't really think that we should watch as many games as we have. I'd like to move a little bit faster and see how it goes. I mean, this is going to be episode 30, and we're just starting year 4. So we're around 10 episodes a season, which to me was never what I really had in mind. It's just, over time, episodes have gotten longer. We've spent more time in the seasons. We've watched more games. You know, I can only make the episodes larger for so long, especially when I'm trying to get a decent content upload frequency. I've really started to think about how I can dial some things back and maybe make a little bit shorter content. I'm not really one to make 10 to 15 minute videos. That idea just stresses me out, honestly. But I wouldn't mind shortening things, 10, 20% to make things a little more easy and just improve the storytelling overall of the series at the same time is another big focus. So I saw the feedback on the previous video. Definitely was seeing the most upvoted comment, almost 200 upvotes on being a fan of the Browns and Cardinals approach where we moved faster. It had that team building real focus. And I think especially now, like we're in May playing this series. It's year 4. We have one playoff win. It's May. Let's speed it up. And let's also take a look at our storylines here. I want to go with training camp standout. Please be a rookie. Be worth our time. It's Ramon Hayes. It's not a rookie, but it's the next best thing. Ramon Hayes missed a lot of time last year. I really think that was going to be his sophomore breakout. And he is still, I think, a difference maker when he's out there, and hopefully he's healthy and takes it to that next level in his 3rd season. And then wide receiver mentorship. Tyrese Chambers can learn a thing or two from Amari Cooper. He's going to be called Amari Jr. God, they got to update the writing here someday. Let's go with the short routes. Actually medium might have been better to go there, but I want him playing right away, and being able to get open on the short routes is a way to get some volume. By the way, I was doing the training camp with him, and he was getting easy separation on Jalen Johnson, so very much excited to see what Tyrese Chambers can do. And if I want that medium route running, I might go deep threat with this one. Hope that we get a little medium in there. Tyrese is busy. He can't show up to the screen right now, but he does get +1 speed, +2 deep route running. Fantastic boost. I also got a skill point to spend now with Alex Ramsey, and I'll go with that hybrid skill set. Been really excited to find some good safeties this year, and I'm hoping that we can find some stars. I think too much in my head. As I've done these rebuilds, I can definitely follow a lot of the same patterns and trends and focuses. There are less valuable positions like guard, safety, linebacker, but that's not to say that a truly elite player at those positions isn't a real difference maker. And sometimes I think I discount those positions when maybe the best players there can make the real difference. It's different. The value of an average safety versus an average starting guard is very different because of position scarcity and how they impact other spots. Basically, I'm trying to say I want to spend early picks on running backs and guards now. Run stopper with Ramon Hayes. Trying to make him dominant in all facets. Let's go power rusher with this next one. I'm predicting a double-digit sack season here for Hayes. 23 years old, 92 power moves, a top 10 defensive tackle. I think he's earned the captain's patch after a couple seasons, showing he can be a difference maker. 9.5 sacks his first 2 years. He's going to best that this year. Very productive preseason for Alex Ware, the current backup quarterback, who is a 65 truly. I signed him with the short accuracy looking good. I think I'm comfortable with him being the backup right now. 3.7 a carry for Shakir Chaney in the last year of his deal. He had 1 rushing touchdown. Rashad Bateman was productive, and so was Darnell Washington. Taylor Seymour and Tyrese Chambers had very similar numbers, close to 100 yards, and each found the end zone. Drew Keller, 4 grabs and 3 for Anthony Clinton. On the defensive side, 20 tackles for Kader Kohu. 4 tackles for loss for Max Crosby as he gets warmed up for the real deal. And 3 total sacks, 2 of them going to Ramon Hayes. 3 interceptions as well. Here were the final cuts. Not really anybody who was a role player at all, just depth. And we are just about ready to get year 4 underway. Very excited to see this team start to play some more young players, hopefully find some stars for the future. And here is the next level in the Ramon Hayes development. Looking for 2 combined sacks and TFLs in the Steelers game. I still like having, week 1 have its own episode, opening day in MLB have its own episode, but I think you're going to see a faster pace overall to the series, especially for the middle portion of the year. I want to spend more time in the early season and in the late, and try to really focus on what is important for the teams. We'll do a lot more simulating, I think, but I'm excited to see what this team looks like here in our first game. I have adjusted the playbook to be a little more run-heavy on first down, along with in the red zone. But I want to see how Denzel Stockton handles not having Devontae Adams now. For week 1, and the depth chart will change over the course of the year, we're going to have Bateman and Cooper as the 2 starting receivers. Chambers is going to be the 3rd guy, and Bateman's going to play in the slot. So Chambers should still get a lot of opportunity there. And defensively, we're going to have Michael Farrell starting. Alex Ramsey starts at safety. And we'll kick into the slot when we go to our nickel and dime defenses. Then we got Jonathan Grenard, Max Crosby, your 2 edge rushers. But when we go to our sub packages, then I want to really see if someone else can stand out as a pass rusher. Whether it's rookie Shaq Shepard, second year Carl Morton, those 2 will have opportunities. And we're also going to have a chance now to see in special teams here. Tyrese Chambers is going to have the first try at being the return man. It'll get him some extra playing time, extra opportunity for XP, and I legitimately think with his athleticism and his running back skill set that it's worth a shot seeing if he can return kicks. My focus is to establish the run, though, in week 1. I'd like for this to be a very strong rushing team this year. Take some pressure off the quarterback, and let us hopefully control the turnover game better this year. It should come as no surprise the Steelers are still a defensive football team built around veterans TJ Watt, Minkah Fitzpatrick, and Alex Highsmith. They have added linebacker Brett Franklin, who is an 89 overall X Factor at 25 years old. He is an elite linebacker. That's one of the highest rated players I think that's been drafted in this series. That's great. No surprise he made it this high already. Year 3 was amazing. Kenny Pickett is the quarterback. They view him now as a bridge quarterback. They have Reggie Abraham as the starting running back and Justin Gary. He is their best wide receiver. He's a superstar, only 23 years old, and already the number 29 ranked receiver in football, coming off 2 1,000-yard campaigns to kick off his career. Oh, we got some prime time football here in year 1. After missing the playoffs entirely in year 3, we're coming back with a vengeance. hoping that we have retooled this team enough to make a return. First test is Pittsburgh, and this is a chance for us to see how an offense that's now been taken in a slightly different direction can hold its own against some elite defensive talent. And how about this guy in his 4th year? What are we going to see from Denzel Stockton? First up, our defense as we get year 4 underway, and it's taken out of the end zone. Down to make the tackle at the 15. That is Max Owens, backup linebacker. I'm excited about our defense as well, with Alex Ramsey, the big addition. It's a run on first down, and straight away a big gain for Pittsburgh. Across the 40, a 29-yard run. We still have Jalen Johnson and Devin White, 2 of those initial signings in our first offseason. Here's a run, and more contained this time. Toss outside, Abraham to the edge. Good tackle by Jalen Johnson. Shaq Shepard is on the field, wearing number 95. He was this year's 3rd-round pick. On 3rd down, Pickett under pressure and sacked. Max Crosby. I had no interest in letting him leave Las Vegas. So Tyrese Chambers is back awaiting his first NFL opportunity as a punt returner. And he has room from the 13 up to the 20-yard line. Here comes Denzel Stockton. And we open with 2 tight ends and a fullback on first down. Josh Jacobs back on a 3-year deal. Or was it 2 years? That's right. 5 yards as he grinds through the middle of this Pittsburgh defense. I want us to be a little more run-emphasized this year. It starts that way as he runs into Irwin for a minimal gain. Tyrese Chambers has taken the field. He's bottom of your screen. On 3rd and 4, time running out, and down goes Stockton. Both drives end the same way. Max Crosby and TJ Watt already on the board, and it's broken up. Merrick was there. They tried to take a shot for Romeo Doubs. Both safeties were in the area. Ramsey now in the slot. And off the fake, Pickett steps up, has room, and is tackled down by Michael Farrell. 3rd and 4, deep drop for Kenny. Pressured again into a throwaway. It's amazing what a dominant pass rush can do to an offense. Still looking for the game's first completion. Here's a run to Josh Jacobs, and Fitzpatrick goes low to get him on the ground. Here's Stockton. Time to throw, and it is hauled in. Drew Keller's first NFL reception. Keller was our 2nd 3rd-round pick. Took him 23rd in the 3rd round. He's on the board and back to the run. Short gain. Back to pass, and it's out quickly and poked away from Bateman, who's played well enough here to make me confident in making him our top receiver. Now we go spread out. 3rd and 7 for Stockton. Has time. Sails it deep. And it's caught. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown. I didn't see that one coming. He just ran straight down the field. Josh Jacobs has our first touchdown in year 4. And he does it in a very unique way. 58-yard touchdown. The Raiders strike first. Steelers take over, and they get their first passing first downs as they make their way into Raider territory. Pickett on first down, swings it outside, and out of bounds at the 43 is Gary. Up the gut now, and a first down for Abraham. Not a promising first impression of this run defense. They go inside. There's an attacking linebacker, Michael Farrell. He was our third round pick. I really think we got a lot of solid players in the draft. Swung out now, and Farrell racking up the tackles. Ramsey to the slot. Top of your screen, third down. Pickett downfield. Caught by Gary. Matched up with DJ Reed, who's now tasked with replacing L'Jarius Sneed. Don't think our secondary is as strong as it's been in recent years. It's first down for Pickett. Pressured again and caught. Freiermuth pinballing down to the 2. And they're looking to cap things off. Toss left. Abraham, walk-in, touchdown. I'm sorry, that's Zach Nance who checks in, gets the easy score. So early on, run defense is looking pretty weak. A 7-7 game. Sacked again, that's Alex Highsmith, second of the day. And looks like we come up short on third down. 28 yards on a pass to Pat Freiermuth. Pittsburgh looks to take their first lead. They do convert a third down. Let's rejoin. 3 tight ends on the field. Another run. And a gain of 4 for Reggie Abraham. Third down for Pickett. Under pressure, looks outside, and the tackle is made by Alex Ramsey. Steelers at a field goal. They have their first lead. Tyrese Chambers has his first catch. It's a gain of 12. And let's join this 2-minute drill for Stockton in the offense. Spreading the defense on second down and hooking up with Drew Keller. Only 6 pass attempts to this point for Denzel Stockton. We have 9 rushes to 6 throws. Up the seam, and it's knocked away from Amari Cooper. Stockton with time, checks it down. More Drew Keller. And now on third down, can someone make a play? Chambers is top of your screen. Stockton again for Keller. First down. We still have all of our timeouts as we go split backfield. I didn't even know we had split backfield in this playbook. And that is nearly intercepted. He wanted Rashad Bateman, a lot of traffic in the area. Now we go to 3rd and 10, setting up the screen, and Jacobs is chased down. That's that superstar linebacker they have. And from here it'd be a 55-yard field goal, which we will attempt with Carlson. It should end the first half. Kick is up, on the way, and no good. The Steelers' lead holds going into halftime. Raiders ball to open the third. Nolan Irwin makes a catch. He gets us a first down. But Brett Franklin now gets a sack. And on third down, we fail. It's been tough to get conversions in this game for either side. Short field now for the Steelers, who convert a 3rd and short. And now they work their way into field goal range. A Devin White penalty helps. And in the red zone, they get a 3rd down touchdown to Reggie Abraham. 17-7 Steelers. Back to pass, looking for it out quick and cannot hook up with Bateman. We go to the run. Nice job by Jacobs to even get 4, but it's been a struggle. 10 carries, 28 yards. Nothing has come easily for our Raiders. Big 3rd and 6 now. Dialing up the pressure and a perfectly covered screen. I got to check the third down calls because that's multiple screens, and I don't like them showing up that often. The Steelers consistently put the ball on our half, though. They keep getting themselves a chance to get points. Defense is going to have to really tighten up here. I think that a touchdown here might put it out of reach. That's swung out, and Devin White smothers Abraham. On second down, Pickett rips this one for the first. Down to the 22, and there's Riley. Shoulder pads and sleeves give away the fact that they must have drafted him at some point. Man, I hope that's fixed next year. It's so annoying. 1st and 10, and incomplete. That's Farrell in coverage. Now, given how many young players are playing pretty key roles, I think we're a team that should be better, come week 18. A lot of teams can probably say that, but we're playing quite a bit of young talent. Nice job, Max. Not even sure how Kenny did that. It is 3rd down. Pickett pressured, resets, tries to roll again, and it's intercepted! Devin White on the errant throw. He was doing that back in his Defensive Player of the Year season, and after a quiet year last, that's a nice way to make an impact in week 1. And that is certainly an opportunity you do not want to waste. A 17-7 game, we need some points here. We especially don't want to have to punt deep in our own territory. I knew we'd be using the tight end a lot. I knew Keller would basically replace Michael Mayer. Like, the skill sets are so similar. I'll have to actually compare the ratings. Stockton pulls it back. Stockton 1st down. Just slide. I don't know if you ever played baseball, but you better learn to slide immediately. Jacobs. Now he's got a lane, and that is a gain of 10. Stockton, quick throw. Keller hauls it in. They are already developing that quick chemistry. But week 1 is going to see us attempt a 2-score 4th quarter comeback. From the 44, and down he goes. Yarbrough around the outside. 4 sacks for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And now 3rd down. Stockton looking for a big play. That is caught. 1st down, Amari Cooper. These receivers feel like they're having to fight for every reception. Nothing's coming easy. And the corners here for Pittsburgh aren't exactly great. Nice run. Jacobs breaks a tackle. Keeps on trucking to the 26. Chambers, top of your screen. As we look to get some points on this drive. And yeah, the options are showing up too much as well. 1st down option. That doesn't sound like something I would have in my playbook. Here's Jacobs, and a good run again. Things have opened up. He's going to check out now. He's earned a breather. Shakir Chaney is the primary backup. He receives his 1st carry and loses 2. Sean Childress there got beat on the play. Childress in his final year of his deal as we throw a backwards pass, and Jacobs gets a few. Would really like a touchdown on this drive. On 3rd down, we run it. Jacobs, here he goes, and nearly gets the 1st. 4th and inches. I think you go. And I don't mean go for the field goal. But they're prioritizing making this a 1-possession game. And they do. An old-school slugfest feeling game today. 17-10, looking for a stop now. Pickett fakes to his running back and then throws it to him, and he turns it up. Great play by Reggie Abraham. Now he gets the handoff and accelerates his way into the 2nd level for 5. Pickett throws it quick. That's caught, and it's a first to the 45. A much better, smoother passing game for the Steelers today. That was Dobbs. 5.5 to go. A field goal on this drive might even be the backbreaker, and that is wide open! Freiermuth inside the 15. What seemed to be the issue here? Well, the world may never know. 5 and change left. Freiermuth over 100 on the day. Here's Reggie Abraham for not much, and he's hurt. So it's likely we'll have to score 2 more times. Hoping to hold him to a field goal. It is knocked down by DJ Reed. Field goal is good, and we're down 10 again. Out of the end zone, Tyrese Chambers down on first contact. Took a hard shoulder there. Our only touchdown came on a Josh Jacobs deep ball. He has to be our leading receiver, him or Keller. 1st and 10. Stockton airs it, and it's nearly picked by the ball hawk Fitzpatrick. Pressure coming. Caught by Keller. Nothing. All that difficulty for nothing. We go inside 4 minutes. Bunching up the receivers, top of your screen. 3rd and 10. Stockton's hit as he throws it away, and we'll need to go for it. Only 144 yards passing today. A far cry from what we were hoping for. Gotta have it on 4th and 10. Stockton, laser off the hands of a defender. Intended for Chambers. An ugly showing for our offense here in week 1. Not what I was expecting in the first non-Davante Adams game. Steelers take over. We do have our timeouts. Pickett under pressure. He lost it. And who's got it? We do! Raiders recover. It's not over yet. What are you doing? What is that? What are you pointing at the screen for? Kenny Pickett fought through Max Crosby only to lose the football. I'm not sure who will get credit there for a forced fumble, but it might be Shaq Shepard, the rookie. So we still, have the odds against us, but the door is open again. We're open for business at the Steeler 30. Stockton dumps it underneath. Stockton knocked away. Steelers are just all over everything. So he spread the defense, and Stockton fires offline. We're going to go for it now, when I think a field goal is the smarter call here than the time we did kick it. 4th and 10. Stockton throws, and it's broken up for Cooper. What a showing for the Pittsburgh defense. They're making us look old and slow today. Pittsburgh looking to put this game away. It's a 3rd and 6. Pickett will throw downfield. Gary to the 1. Behind DJ Reed. And now the handoff and the touchdown. Zach Nance, his 2nd. This game's over. Finally, a play made for the offense. That's Amari. I just want to see if we throw anything else here for highlights. But this is a very disappointing way to begin the season. Offline for Bateman now. I think I've been pretty positive about the future of this series and this team. But man, today is certainly one of those games that makes you reconsider why you thought those things. 4th and 3. Amari drops it. Perfect way for this game to end, honestly. Pittsburgh defends their home field successfully, a 27-10 opener. We led early in this game, and after one big touchdown, the offense produced very little. Denzel Stockton, just 173 yards, one touchdown, no interceptions, but just a really weak-feeling passing game. A lot of passes were knocked down. We didn't do a good job of getting our receivers involved. Amari had 2 drops and 3 receptions. Tyrese Chambers just 1 catch. We didn't even get to see him make a catch today. And we gave up like 4 sacks. Well, at least we have the chance to upgrade him. Not a good first game for Denzel Stockton. We'll see how he comes back from this one. Josh Jacobs, one of the only guys on offense to really show up and have a good game. It's only one game. We'll get things figured out and be in the win column soon enough. I sure hope so. We also missed the chance to see Ramon Hayes take that next step. Not many guys on defense stood out today. Farrell, the rookie, was definitely making tackles. That's really about it. I'm not quite ready to talk draft for this season, but we do have to take care of that during week 1. But as a preview of what this class seems to have, at the top we got tackle Miguel Medrano, Marcus Dukes at quarterback, a couple more offensive linemen, quarterback Will Wallace. We're seeing in the first round a couple really good quarterback options, and then maybe nobody else is a starting caliber option. The running back class looks pretty solid at the top. Only 1 solid round 1 wide receiver, and only 4 that are projected to even look into the first round. Tight end class isn't looking as impressive as some recent ones. The offensive line class definitely has a lot of top 10 talent. Left tackle has a few guys that could go in round 1. There is a top 5 projected guard in this class, an early center. Otherwise, there aren't a lot of early projected centers in most classes anyway. Right guard only has 1 guy to go in the first couple rounds. And again, at tackle, more guys who could go in the first. So definitely a better tackle class than interior offensive line. And then for pass rushers, always going to have at least a few. At D tackle, 2 solid round 1s, and then only 2 more that are projected to go in the first 2 rounds. Now for outside linebackers, we don't even have archetypes on these guys, so you don't know if they're pass rushers or coverage guys. Usually their build is a giveaway. The top 3 all seem to be pass rushers there. For middle linebackers, traditional off-ball linebackers, handful of guys that could go early. Then at right outside, a few more. The corner class, 4 solid round 1 guys. That's pretty strong. And a bunch of guys that could go in the first couple rounds. And then at safety, looking pretty good at free safety early. And a few more as well at strong safety. This is meant to be a strong wide receiver, corner, and right tackle class. The interior line looks weak, tight end as well. Trying to project future needs, let's take a look at what players are free agents after this year. We've got Jalen Johnson, Devin White, Sean Childress, who right now doesn't have interest in coming back, Trayvon Merrick, Kader Kohu, Shakir Chaney, DJ Reed. I think with it being a strong corner class, that needs to be one of our focuses to get younger at that position. The early pass rushers make a lot of sense as well. We've spent some 3rd-round picks recently. These guys don't seem to have huge ceilings yet. It would take a surprising breakout, but you always want to make sure you have good pass rushers. And they did not give Shepard the forced fumble. I think it was a different number, actually. I'm remembering now. 95. Yeah, it was Milton Williams who got the credit, and he also had a sack. Yeah, he's been productive ever since we got him. That is going to end the first look at our Raiders here in Season 4. Definitely a little uncomfortable now after losing in such a bad way. We did not look like a good team at all on offense, especially But we'll come back next time and see what the Raiders can do. Hopefully put this game behind us. But leave your thoughts below. What do you think about this team in this season? Will we be able to rebound and have the success we're looking for? Or should I give up on the majority of this core and look to start fresh? Thank you all for watching today's video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it already, and I'd appreciate it as well if you left a thumbs up. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.